This is gonna be the biggest flower I've felted so far. Okay, to be fair, I've only felted 2 flowers before that. I'm relatively new to this hobby of felting, but I really do enjoy it. I even felted a really huge dragon, so this should be a quite nice little project. So I thought, 3 hours should be enough, right? Well, we'll see about that. So I struggled a little bit with the felting undergrounds. It's still something I have to figure out. I worked through them so quickly. I watched a video today telling me I have to put a mat on top of that, but filming this I didn't know that. So why am I making a flower today? It's my mom's birthday soon and she has like a felted hat and she wants some decoration for it. Something she can put on top of there, and I thought, why not a flower? That would be probably most suitable. I don't think she expects me to remember this, that she really wanted something I felted for her hat, but it's gonna be a pleasant surprise for her, right? The color of her hat is kind of similar to the background color in this video. It's a red, kind of mixed with some brown accents, so I think some vibrant pink would fit very well to it. Look at how my finger dodged the needle at the last moment. That is true skill. I want the flower petals to be brighter inside so that they emphasize that tender, very delicate part of a flower on the inside that you can also see in real life. But I have not a lot of practice with color gradients, so I'm very worried that this won't look as I want it to. Also, the wool is kind of weird. I'm using a more flaky wool, not a combed wool, what I usually use. And it's more clunky, a little bit harder to work with, so I'm worried how this will turn out. Sometimes I find small areas that need improvement, like little bits missing on the edge, or just some spaces where the petal is too thin. And I try to fix it by adding some new material there. With the combed wool, that would have worked better than with this wool, so I'm kind of panicking. Fun fact, I didn't initially plan to make a giant flower, it just turned out that way. I was thinking, the felted objects always shrink so much when you keep working on them. This flower for sure will shrink too, but it kind of didn't. So yeah, sorry mom, you're getting a giant flower for your head. Oh my god, even I can barely watch this. How did I not stab my finger here? Half of the time has passed already when I was finished with the rough shape of the petals. I decided I wanted lavender colored dots on each of the petal, and that was what kept me busy for the next 25 minutes. The petals are so thin that when I add the dot on one side, it can already be seen through the other side. Sometimes I add at the exact same spot another bit of color, but oftentimes that's not even necessary. I was finished with the dots, but then I realized one of the petals is way too thin, like more thin than the other ones, and I kind of had to rework it. So I put some pink wool on top of it, and the pink wool kind of covered up the lavender dots, so I had to redo that too. No matter what I tried, the petal was either too big or too thin or both. I lost a lot of time trying to fix it. Usually when you cut through the felted wool, it fizzles out on the borders, but with this kind of wool, it kind of wasn't the case, so that's the one positive thing about this wool, I can say. It's time to combine them into one beautiful blossom. I took some pink wool to connect them, and it worked like medium well, I would say. Like, it did look like it worked at first, but when I turned the object I saw that I had it the wrong way around, one of the petals and stuff like that. So yeah, didn't go exactly well. And it just didn't want to hold at all. I added more and more material in the hope that it would hold finally and have a decent shape. I mean, it gotta look better at some point, right? right? I can't believe I worked for half an hour into this direction just to end up at this point. Can I make a giant flower in 3 hours? Well, if I would have kept this connecting bit I wasn't happy with and told my mom, sorry, I didn't want to spend more than 3 hours on your present. Here you got an ugly flower with a really ugly connecting bit. Then yeah, I would have managed to do it in 3 hours, but like this, no. I was a little bit heartbroken when I removed the thing I worked on for half an hour, but I think it was highly necessary. Also, I had a very nice idea how to make it look a little bit less flat, the petals. Like I felted them together here at the ends, or at the start of the petal, however you like to say it. And I think it really improved the look of the whole flower by a lot. This time I tried to connect the petals without a lot of wool adding on top of that, and I think it really improved the look. Time's up, but of course I'm continuing the flower. It also needs a flower stamp in the middle, and I'm gonna add it next. I had another great idea how to make this look more three-dimensional. I just felted the petals a little bit together, so that some are under the other petals, and I really like this effect. Half an hour later than intended, I was finally finished with the flower, and I was kind of happy with it. I'm not gonna lie, I thought, I don't know about that, but the longer I look at it, the more happy I am with it. Making this flower was way more challenging than I thought it would be, but also so much more satisfying than I thought it would be when it finally was finished. And looked kind of decent. I hope my mom likes it. If not, please lie to me, Mom. Kidding. If it's too big for your head, you can also hang it in your house somewhere as a decoration, so no big loss here. Anyway, I had a lot of fun, and check out my other videos. I'll see you in the next video.